On the last album, Synchronicity, by that time it felt to me that it was Sting's band.
During the 10th sessions for their 5th album, sibling rivalry degenerated into something more destructive.
There's a little black spot on the sun today.
It was really quite nasty. The guys could hardly be in the same room together.
Synchronicity was just miserable all the way down. We fought all the time, and the fighting was just really ugly, just like trying to destroy each other's, self-esteem. That's when we just hated each other.
There were a couple of moments of mean-spiritedness, I suppose.
Once we got on the road with the tour, things simmered down a little bit because we really did still enjoy the gigs. Angry as he was, he loved it that he was with a band that was kicking ass.
In the summer of '83, Synchronicity topped the charts for a 17-week run at #1. Sting's new love, Trudy Styler, joined the band on its triumphant tour.
Andy, son of Sting, and Stuart had this sort of real brotherly love-hate relationship that they would literally beat each other up.
We were a little bit too volatile to stay together under those wild conditions.
In a way, too, was like a marriage that was over.
For a time, we sensed that there was a certain amount of angst on Sting's part, like identifying with the police when he felt like he could probably go on his own. He'd been, in a couple of movies and done acting stuff, and he was obviously getting a lot of attention and probably thought he could carry it on his own. So I could sense that pulling away.
On their tour stop in New York City, the Police were booked at Shea Stadium. The concert was a sellout. It was a momentous occasion, not lost on Sting.
The night before, I sat with Andy and Stuart, and I said, look, this is as good as it gets, guys. We're playing Shea Stadium. It's where the Beatles played. We're the biggest band in the world this year. After this, it's going to be diminishing returns, I think we should stop now at the top.
The next night, on August 18th, 1983, the Police played in front of 70,000 fans in the house the Beatles built.
I saw them at Shea Stadium, and everybody was arguing with everybody. And this is at the height of their success. Now, the Beatles had more of an organic marriage, and they even broke up. And here the Police were in the space of, 3 years, playing at Shea Stadium. So I'm not surprised that there was all the turmoil.
By the end of '83, Every Breath You Take had been #1 on both sides of the Atlantic. Sting and the Police capped their big year when Every Breath You Take earned the Grammy for Song of the Year in February of '84.
It has been #1 in America longer than any other song in the history of the charts. And I wrote it.
Ironically, that same month also saw the end of the Synchronicity tour, and as it turned out, the end of the Police.
I thought we were going to take a few years off, that Sting was going to do a solo album, he was going to do some acting, and then we'd get back together because it was such a cool group. I'm still waiting.
But at the height of their success, they imploded. Boom, gone, poof. And I was disappointed because I love the Police. And I was wondering, how are you going to top this?